There's several things that everybody needs to be aware of because despite all the noise, the background chatter, everything, you're a shill, I'm a shill, everyone's a shill, 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 expose videos on this, expose videos on him, expose videos on her, everything that is going on to confuse you and get you drawn into this vortex of bullshit that is not a reflection of reality. There's things that are being missed, and this is one of them.
As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the...
Oh my gods. This technology will free me up to call a plumber. Can't tell you how many hours of the day that I personally would save if I had a AI virtual assistant to call a plumber on my behalf. Watch this.
Is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you.
A real salon versus a fake salon?
Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
As you watch this, it's funny because they screw up. Because towards the end of the phone call, you can hear how they're both the same people, and it's all bullshit. Watch.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Good show. Oh, it sounds like us.
Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
I'm going to start talking like the virtual assistant. 12 p.m. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? My name is so-and-so.
Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
Clap. Lambs to the slaughter. Clap for your own demise. Already, we can see that this so-called convenience is null and void, because what are we really talking about here? 3 minutes? You don't have 3 minutes to call a fucking hair salon? This generalized vague language that this AI, alleged AI, uses? It's crap. Total crap. Razzle dazzle for the masses. Here's one more story you need to be aware of, and I'll tie it all together. So, BuzzFeed, I recommend you never watch it. It's cancer. But Jordan Peele used the AI to make the former president do a PSA. If you look at the timestamp 11:3, I think you have everything you need to know right then and there. But it depicted the former POTUS calling people bitches and saying hilarious statements that only the brain dead left would laugh at. However, what they are doing is seeding the minds, sorry I have a cold, of the masses in order to create the predictive programming necessary for them to doubt any kind of video that may surface in the future that might depict some illegal activity. Let me get more clear about what I'm referencing. So it is alleged that Anthony Weiner, when he was arrested, he had a video on his laptop that was titled Life Insurance. And in this video, it showed Hillary and her lovely assistant engaging in a horrific act involving a 9-year-old. I don't need to go any further into that. You can look up the information yourself. However, this is exactly what they are preparing for. Because if indeed this is reality, and remember, they also found a dead body in the laundry chute of her assistant. What's her name? Adine? I forgot her name. So this gives them an out, especially any people in positions of power, because you understand all of this is run on blackmail. There's no integrity in any of the upper echelons of the political process. Because if they can't get anything on you, if they can't compromise you in some way, and if they can't pressure you, you're dead. Simple. That's all there is to it. There's no illusions. You don't get to the level of prominence that you see these higher echelons function without some sort of compromise in the background that has occurred. So there you have it, and I will end it with one last comment. Let me be very clear here. Even the criticism of an ideological concept is punishable by death. This is the reality that we live in. This is the current slippery slope that we are headed towards. You need to be able to understand from historical example what has happened before and what can easily happen again. I don't know why people believe that we're in some sort of, that we have some sort of exceptionalism. Why? Because you have a smartphone now? Because you can look up a couple concepts on Google? We are no better now than we were then. And if it happened to millions upon millions of people before, whether in the Khmer Rouge, under the Pol Pot regime, think of all the Catholic Chinese that were executed. Christian Chinese. Think of all the Catholic Japanese or Christian Japanese. Think of all the Muslim Uyghurs that are being executed currently. Just understand modern and historical examples exist. And for the past 60 years, they've done a virtual simulation on every personality type to run a false flag. So at any given moment, there is potential for you to get caught up in something that you have no association with, but it can lead to your demise. And my advice is also to myself. I can't help it. I get involved online with meme wars, spirited discussions with individuals, and I know I shouldn't, but it is what it is. I'm in too deep. But at this final point, understand it wasn't you that was paranoid. It's never been you, and don't feel bad for having these kinds of ideations, because you are an inquisitive, complex being, modeled after your creator. It's but natural for you to be inquisitive about any particular subject. And should you discover information that runs counter to the current trend, well, don't regret that at all, because it's the state that is hyper paranoid. It is the state that creates the illusion that you are the one with the problem. So, what I recommend in these current times, be aware, be vigilant, but you cannot plan for everything. Understand that. And again, this is advice to myself as well, because I am definitely no monk. But focus on God. Focus on your family. Focus on things that truly matter. I recommend getting into a very disciplined diet and health regimen because that it far exceeds, I guarantee you, 2 hours outside running versus 12 hours online descending into hyperparanoia. You know, there's just no comparison. But alas, I digress. Getting off topic. Focus on God and the family because you never know what tomorrow holds, and we are definitely not guaranteed tomorrow. Cheers and God bless all of you. May God protect us all. And always remember, people, regardless of whatever happens, we win in the end. Their reward is here. Our reward is eternal. And they can't stand that. So let them inherit the earth. We're going places.